Let me ask you a question. How does pop music work? And maybe even, why does it work? Like, why are there some songs that seem to get stuck inside of everybody's head and some other songs that just don't? It's funny to think about how big of a part of most people's lives pop music is, and even so, nobody seems to understand why that sounds so good. You might think that music theory answers this question, and kinda, sorta, like if you want to spend 15 years of your life studying music, you might find some similarities between classical compositions and pop songs, because they are there. But the fact is that music theory is not a set of rules that dictates what future composers are gonna do. It's just a way to explain what past composers have already done. Looking at it like that, it doesn't make a lot of sense to expect classical or even jazz music theory to explain the pop music that we hear on the radio today. But in this series of videos, I want to try a new approach to pop music theory. I'm gonna show you what I believe to be the key ingredients of a hit song, and we are gonna analyze some of the biggest hits of the past decade to try and understand how they work. But first, we gotta understand what are the main elements of a pop song. So in the foundation of it all, we have a beat. Nice and simple. On top of that beat, we're gonna have a bass line that's gonna really define our harmony. It's gonna ground out the entire song. On top of that, we're gonna have some sort of chord instrument, like a keyboard or a guitar, or if you're feeling spicy, maybe even both of them together. Something kind of like, yeah. So now it's really starting to sound like a song, but we're still missing the main part. We're still missing the vocals. Like in pop music, vocals are so important that we separate them in two parts. We separate them into lyrics and melody. First, let's hear just the lyrics. Let's see what that sounds like.
Kiss me like nobody can see us, like this moment's uniqueness never had to be gone.
Alright, so the words are there, but there's no emotion. That's gonna come from our melody. That's gonna come from the notes that the singer is gonna sing. Let's hear just the melody to see what that's like. Alright, we got something. Now that we have lyrics and melody together, let's combine them to do what we call a top line. That's when the magic really happens.
Kiss me like nobody can see us, like this moment's uniqueness never had to be gone.
Alright, so now that you know the main elements of a pop song, we're gonna look at a few hits from the last couple of years and see how artists use their top line to make pop songs catchy. Let's do it. So today we're gonna talk about Taylor Swift's song Shake It Off, and we're gonna pay some special attention to that top line. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna play the melody from the vocals here on the piano, and you're gonna see the lyrics on screen, and we're gonna talk about that melody. Here's what it sounds like. So what we have on that first verse is that Taylor Swift isn't just putting notes to her words. Those notes are there for a very specific purpose, and we're here to find out what that is. She's actually creating repetition with her melody so that the song becomes more interesting and more catchy to the ear. Like, listen up. She sings,
I'll stay out too late, got nothing in my brain. That's what people say.
She's using a pattern here that we're gonna see a lot in pop music, which is when you play something, repeat it, and then change it. we're gonna see that that's gonna be all over this song. Let's check out the next section. Alright, so in that section, which we're gonna call our pre-chorus, Taylor also creates that same style of repetition in her melody. She sings, "But I keep moving, can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music." So what she does here is again, show something, repeat it. And the third time, you change it. It's almost the same phrase, but first we end here, and now we end here. That just creates a little bit of motion in the music. It makes it move forward, it keeps it interesting. And then we get the line that comes right before a chorus. She's breaking that melodic pattern so that we can create some anticipation towards our chorus. And let's hear what that sounds like. So here's how Taylor does it in the chorus. And the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the hater's gonna hate, 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 hate. Baby, I just wanna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. So what she does here is actually pretty similar to the verses, but just not quite the same. See, she does that same thing of playing a phrase and repeating it. Do it again. And the third time. It's the same pattern that we saw in the verses. You show something, you repeat it, and then the third time, she here actually repeats and then changes the very ending, but the third time always changes something. The fact that this pattern is so present throughout the entire song makes it so familiar, makes it so that when you hear the chorus, it feels like you've already heard it before. So I hope you learned a little more about Shake It Off and pop music in general, and I hope you join me next time when we look at another song. See ya!